Hell, it's BaseTradeTV.
Welcome back to the cast, ladies and gentlemen. This is game number 4 in this best of 7. It is 2-1 in the favor of Leenock, and I believe I have officially drinking the entire neck of my Captain Morgan's. Drinking. Anyways, I'm Rifkin joined tonight by Fenner with a warm, fuzzy feeling in my chest. I have the pleasure of introducing the player in the top left corner of the map from Root Gaming, recently rejoined his kin. Root for Root, it's the light blue Terran Major.
And in the bottom left of the map, it is the blue Zerg. It is Yoey Flash Wolves, Leenock. Hope you're enjoying those electrolytes.
Well, what I'm loving at this is that, more than anything else, this isn't a 4-0 Fenner. I mean, that's the case of it already. This is going to be at least 5 games, bare minimum. Major has shown that he's got what it takes to possibly beat Leenock. That last game, I'm going to call that just King Sejonged. Like, you know when people joke, like, oh, I got Protossed? I feel like Major got King Sejonged.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's so biased on that map.
You know what? Me, QXC, and every other Terran out there are just totally biased on that map.
It's a Terran thing, right? I see.
It is. No, but I mean, the reality is, it's not that it's a Terran versus Zerg thing. It's a Leenock got map control with the mutas and kept it for a long time. I mean, there was instances where he never even baited Major back to the base, but he still kept control of the map with the mutas. So, I mean, it's a very interesting scenario when it comes to that map, because it's not just TVZ that's affected by it. It's really any matchup. If you get it's King of the Hill, right? You get there first, you win. Yep. But Major coming up on Nimbus, he's got that really safe and base expansion, so he's gonna go for the command center first. A very greedy opening, and actually do the 2 building wall off. For those who don't know, there's actually a really funny grid space here on this ledge, and if you miss this by 1, it's no longer a wall off.
If you read Reddit, you will know about this wall.
Yeah. Does this only work in this spawn, by the way, or does it work in all of them? I actually don't know.
I assume it works on them all.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it's different. If it is different, then we need to message David Kim right away.
Well, because I mean, like, this is not the exact same scenario, but there's some maps too where like you can build the command center, the barracks over because the reactor blocks the wall versus doesn't. But anyways, Leenock also going to take advantage of this in-base natural. Now, there's, I would say these are actually good spawn locations for Major. Not because he's closer to Leenock, but it's more that Leenock's a little bit further away from Major's natural. But both players to expand are going to have a very not fun time this game, I think. The third base is fairly exposed for the Terran player. There's a lot of ways to get in here from 2 different angles, from 2 different ramps. But at the same time, that gives Major a little bit more of a defensive capability. It's not so hard to know where you're coming from as long as you keep an eye with scouting. But the thing I kind of wish Leenock would have done, and we're seeing a lot of other Zerg players do, especially the Koreans, is take this outer base. And I'm not just speaking out of my ass, guys. I've had the actual luck of casting like the IM Shenzhen Korea qualifiers, several events through Korea as well.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, let me look at Leenock's view here. Alright, he knows it's CC first. He saw the Rax timing. I see what's going on. So he knows it's not Reaper.
I was going to say, sending those links out like that is kind of, first off, bold, but he's also not making that many.
Well, there's a fast third base that I was thinking. Because you cannot do that against Reaper. It will just, you'll lose everything, man. But against the CC first, that's perfectly fine. You're still going to have to get units out to deal with the Hellions. Yeah,
okay, so he didn't take this first like I was about to get into a big story about. But what I do like about him taking this faster is also going to really amplify the creep spread.
Yep.
I mean, that's a long distance if you were trying to do... It's going to take, what, 2-3 tumors just to get out of the main? This already puts you, like, right out there. But chipping away at the wall here, the Marines should have range to deal with this, maybe? I guess not. Ooh, that's annoying.
Oh!
That was such a bait, dude, lowering the depot like that.
Yeah, I would have fallen for that one.
But looks like we might have a Banshee follow to this. He did, of course, reposition the barracks for the tech lab, so... Major, if he follows us up with the Hellion Banshee, the thing that is really nice about Hellion Banshee is it does give you a lot of early game control. It's nothing that's going to win you the game, unless the Zerg player doesn't make any queens for some reason, but...
Sometimes it can win you the game. Sometimes. Suicidal Hellions, man.
Well, those suicidal Hellions also have to get an entire drone line killed instead of getting surrounded.
Major doesn't seem like the kind of player who's going to suicide the Hellions either. There's some people out there like, let's talk about... I always go back to Ruff, because he's the craziest player, but he will suicide the Hellions.
Froz, yeah.
Yeah. They'll just go straight in. They don't care at all. And yeah, he's going to try and get over to this. It's actually really nice for defending this third base. He had just put the queens out there. They cover the natural, well, not the natural, but like the main ramp and the third base at the same time.
Really nice too, because this gives Leenock the opportunity to expand towards the right instead of necessarily northwards. Can you imagine trying to take this base? I mean, the medevacs are just going to pick up from here and go to the natural and back and forth and back and forth.
That'll be horrible. Don't make me think about that.
Yeah, sorry, Zergy. Actually, going back to my own terrible Zerg play, and I'm really not even going to pretend like it's good. I find 2-way swarm hosts on this map is actually really fun. Oh. Because everyone assumes that the rocks just keep them safe, and then you're like, oh, guess what? Swarm hosts kill rocks.
Against Terran?
Yeah! Dude, you gotta watch my horrible stream sometime. I am not a good player, but I do the stupidest things, and I just seem to luck out a lot of the time.
We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll try 2-base swarm host in ZVT someday.
I'm telling you, it might not get you a victory, but you're gonna have a damn fun time doing it. Oh, that's a nice catch on those drones. Yeah. Gets about 3. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 kills.
Not too bad.
Not bad, not bad.
Also secures his third at a fairly... Actually, this is really nice timing. Because normally you're a bit scared to take that third if your opponent's really playing that pressure. If there's 8 roaches out early, you don't really want to land a command center out here.
Rifkin,
but Cloak's finishing up.
Have you got the production tab open?
I do. Double armories.
Yes.
They're just going to go Mecha Nimbus.
Mecha-reno.
I would love, by the way, if it was at that point where I've had so much to drink. It's like, no, I didn't. For 9 minutes, I had no production tab.
Yeah.
But, okay, this is... I don't know. Major... His mech style I like, because he doesn't play the goody turtle style.
Oh, man.
He gets aggressive with it. Really? You do? I highly believe that.
Well, when I say love it, I mean I think it's the best way to play mech. So I love it in that way, that I think Terran players should do it more often.
I like the hour-long games, but that's only because I'm a sociopath.
Yeah, you're weird, man.
Yeah. Second Banshee in here is going to kill the Spine Crawler. This suddenly opens the gateway for the Hellions to get a little bit stronger. They can transform if necessary, and this is a hell of a lot of Hellions.
That's a lot of Hellions, but and the Queens are going down as well. The Banshees are getting through. You said you couldn't win the game with Hellion Banshee, but right now, Rifkin, I'm getting pretty scared for Leenock. He's morphing into Hellbats right now.
Look at this. If you buy enough time for the Spire to finish, if you can get those mutas out and play, what's going to stop them?
Yeah, but the Hellbats are moving into the mineral line. The drones are in danger.
Yeah, but this is StarCraft 2, man. All you do is run away from Hellbats.
No. But Rifkin, look, he can target the third base.
Yeah,
it's going to go down.
I'm just saying, the drones aren't really in danger. The Queens, actually, where the transfuses, there we go. Gets one, but not the other. And the Banshees still haven't been taken care of. And the Spire's so close to finishing Fenrir. Leenock doesn't want to have to spend a lot of gas on Banleys. He needs every bit of gas to become one of those mutas. And sadly, I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. He's trying to bait this with the drones. I actually like this a lot.
He needs to get some down. Thor's on the way for Major right now. That's perfect timing for the mutas that are going to come. The Hellbats are being so efficient against these Lings. These trades are horrible for Leenock.
Leenock's trying to focus fire down the weak Hellbats, though. I really like this choice.
I want to see him finish the third hatch. Just target it down. There we go.
I'm sitting there like, dude, just reposition that Spore, Leenock. It's not doing anything for you, man.
Oh, God, the efficiency. It's killing me, Rifkin. So many Lings going down. Please focus that hatch. He could have gotten it. Well, I don't know. Like, trading for all of these Lings, all of these drones and everything else is amazing as well.
He keeps the hatch, and I think that's got to be the bottom line here.
Yeah.
Because for Leenock, that was very, very scary. And as you point out, there's Thors out defensively, but the thing about Thors that's really annoying is they're really good only if the mutas clump. If they don't clump, they're kind of not so good.
Well, he's got the turrets on the way now as well. The Lings are trying to get in. They're not going to do anything.
Oh, actually, I really like this turret he's got outside the front of the base, too, for the rally points. Leenock's investing in both the air upgrades and the ranged weapon upgrades, so perhaps preparing to do Swarm Hosts if necessary, but likely probably going to stick with Roaches and Hydras if he can mix them in, because those with Vipers in the late game are so sexy.
Yeah, Roach Hydra Viper, a great way to play against mech in the late game. Not as common. I mean, a lot of people like to play the Muta Swarm Host style, just try and win through positioning. And I think that's a style Leenock would prefer, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's the Korean style, the Korean way of doing things. And someone like Leenock who loves to use his mutas, I can just see him going with that.
3 workers is a start. Major actually doesn't have Blue Flame yet, but he is coming back with those Hellions. And quite frankly, this hatchery is still really low from that first engagement.
Hellbats!
Transform them right here. Transform them right here in the mineral lines.
He can't do it.
He's
going for the drones. He's going for the drones. He's going to get a lot of kills here. 2 Hellions left.
You know, up to 22 workers killed. Leenock still sitting at 60, though. I mean, that's kind of sitting pretty, but this is also a scenario where I think he'd love to expand to a 4th, but knows he can't.
Yeah,
you know, like the creep spread's been really, really delayed by all this too. I mean, 14 minutes in, it's barely outside of his third. I mean, this is not how Leenock wants to have that map look.
He keeps going Zerglings as well. I mean, a Roach Warren or something like that would be better, but with Mutaling Bane against Mech, that's not an ideal composition there. It does not trade efficiently at all. Does he realize that it's actually Mech? He must do, right? He's seen the Thors.
I would imagine so. Leenock's not the type to misread something, though. I mean, I have seen certain Zergling compositions work, as long as you take out enough Hellbats, but the problem is Major's not doing that style where you go for a lot of tanks and focus heavily on Thors. He's focusing heavily on Thors, I should say, but he's not neglecting the Hellbats. That's kind of the bottom line. He's still producing a lot of Hellions at a time. He's going to be able to deal with these Lings, especially when Blue Flame's now finished. It makes it even more potent. Good luck running Lings into a mech upgraded army that has Hellbats with Blue Flame.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Major is playing this really aggressive mech style. This is the style that Innovation used with the Vikings, the Hellbats, the tanks, and the Thors. And you basically just keep moving around the map, and the Vikings help out so much with that to deal with the mutas. Give you good position and things like that.
You know, I'm not normally one who super encourages Swarm Hosts, and I think a lot of the time Korean players will prefer mutas over Swarm Hosts any day of the week to deal with this. But it is worth noting, Major has an incredibly low tank count.
Yeah.
And I think if he didn't do like a slow swap, but like a big tech swap to Swarm Host, it would get Major so off guard. And guys, the reason Swarm Hosts are hard to deal with is because you need a very large tank count to beat back those Locust Waves. Then fast forward to the late game, if you get Broodlords in there, you have to unsiege the tanks, letting the Locusts go through. One or the other. But this Magic Box for the mutas, that's a lot of Thors. This is a really risky gambit.
And the Vikings in there as well. Can he do this? If Leenock does this, this is huge.
He's got to be careful, though. He's starting to clump as he moves. Yeah. He knows this. He's starting to spread out a little bit more. 19 Mutalisk still standing, though.
Such a big investment, though, from Leenock. I think every Mutalisk is going to go down. He can't break through there. No.
You know, the Vikings... I really don't like that the Vikings stayed in range of that. They didn't need to be in range of the Glaive Bounces. They didn't need to be in range of the mutas. Sorry, I'm dying. You take over for a second.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't a good trade there for Leenock. I mean, it looks okay because he's trading for mech units, but if you don't whittle down the entire army, then you're in a really awkward situation. He's moving across to the planetary at the same time now as well, but he doesn't have the bigger economy than Major. That's the thing. You can't trade mutas inefficiently when you do not have the bigger economy.
Yeah, sorry again about all this coughing, guys. I have cast 3 different events today, and I'm still not well. But I'll find sometimes some. I can get one later when I'm dead.
Wow, that's not a good idea, Rick.
No, it's good luck. I like that he's taking this half of the map. The Leenock has not a lot of creep spread, but he's still going to take these extra bases. What's interesting, though, is because he's not going something like heavily Hydrolist style, he doesn't really need a lot of creep spread. So it kind of works out for him as long as he sticks to that air tech, but as we saw, the mutas are going to find it a very difficult time taking a good engagement in this game.
He's waiting for the Overseer to come across. By the looks of things here, it's going to take a lot. Wait, where is the Overseer?
I feel like he could have made a new one, and it would have finished.
It's taken a damn long time, wherever it is.
He loses a lot of drones on that transfer, by the way, those Blue Flame Hellions.
Cut down Overseer. Here he comes. He's coming from the main base.
His Banshee's up to 24 kills, Fenner.
The freaking Overseer, man.
Where is this Overseer at?
Get kicked from the team. It's going to the bottom right hand side of the map. Where's it going?
What's the opposite of an MVP? Because that's what that Overseer is.
Oh, I'm not sure.
It's even got speed. That's the worst part.
Yeah. Alright, so Major's moving across the map. This is going to be a deadly push. Leenock's going to have to counterattack against this. He's got no other option. He cannot fight that army.
I think this is also a composition that if he had a lot of Roaches would handle really well. Because the Thors are going to take a long time to shoot all these Lings down, much less if it had been power Roaches.
Wait, is he going to try and fight this? He's moving back. Is he crazy?
I think he is crazy. A second Spire's coming down, so I think he's perfectly aware he may lose his main.
Yeah, if he's going second Spire, then he's definitely going for the base trade. He's just looking for the best position to get around the army here. Alright, I like this from Leenock. He knows he's behind. A base trade can be something that can get you back into the game.
Holy crap! Major's put like a minefield of turrets down. The mutas actually can't swarm in here. You know, you see turrets usually be useless versus mutas, but when there's this many, they can actually work. And he can't just send... he's got to send the Bailings in to take out the turrets. Wow. That way he can move in with the mutas to try and take out the planetary. But there's still so many turrets standing. Leenock is going to lose a lot of mutas to kill this base. Meanwhile, Major's actually going to pull back. He leaves a small amount of units behind. He says, I know you have nothing left at home. I can kill you with a couple Hellbats. My pinky finger, if you will.
Well, he does have something left at home, Rifkin. He's got Mutalists down there. He's got 2 groups of mutas going right now.
Major's starting to bleed out his defensive army, though. Viking counts, though.
Can he get the planetary? He's invested so much to killing it. It's not going to go down.
No, he's still repairing it. Yo, when's the last time you seen Vikings chase off mutas, though? Seriously. That was such a huge surprise to Vikings.
I mean, Innovation kind of did a similar style a long time ago, but yeah, I mean, usually it's the mutas flying in and then they see the Thor, so they run away, not just purely running away from Vikings.
Here's the thing about the muta count. This is just like any other matchup. He's got 40. He's got a very deadly amount of mutas. And with level 2, or oh, sorry, not level 2, only level 1 upgrades. Oh, yikes. That's quite different. They are going to be susceptible to Thors if they clump. Leenock could actually lose this game in one instance if he accidentally clicks. Just to clump up for a heartbeat against these Thors. He could try and contain Major on 4 bases, but a meching Terran player is very comfortable on 4 bases, guys, even if some of them are mined out. Because it's all about the gas. It's not even about the minerals.
But the thing is, the reason why I'm scared for Major is it doesn't look like he wants to commit to a push. He just keeps coming back, oh, those mutas need to be careful. So, like, every time that Leenock comes in, he moves his entire army back. So, like, he doesn't want to play a defensive style. He's trying to push, but then he gets pushed. But I don't know. He's in an awkward situation because he's not playing full-on defense. And that's going to allow Leenock opportunities to base trade.
Oh, man. I got a $10 donation from Mr. Boris Makarov, by the way. Just showing some love for the stream. I wish I could show you some love, you know what I mean? But no, really, thank you for that donation, man. Very generous. Major, though, you know, it's funny. This is a composition that would normally probably lose out to Massive Lings. But because the Hellions have started to trail off, but Leenock hasn't reinvested in those Lings. He's still got a very low count.
Yeah. And actually, Leenock moving through the middle of the map now. What's his decision going to be? Is he going to go for the fight?
See, this is so frustrating because I feel like Leenock, you know, he had his eyes set on a prize this game, and he never really adapted to anything throughout the course of it. You know, like, he really insisted on going these Lings when maybe a lot of other compositions could have worked better. The muta count has really, I don't know, not served him well.
Well, the thing is, like, I think he made the decision. He was behind in the early game from the Hellbat Banshee harass, and he just thought, I'm going to go...
I never realized this. Major actually transitioned to the Raven slowly behind this.
Yeah, that's good. I love that. Like,
that's huge. Because mutas, if you think mutas can't clump versus Thors, guys, wait till you see mutas clump and eat a Seeker Missile. It's worse than what it was. It's worse than anything, quite frankly. Because it's never one Seeker Missile. It's usually 3 or 4. But
he's going to move into this base here. Major is out of position. Does he have a Thor back here? He has got 2 Thors back there, so they're going to push the Mutalist back. Can he get the repair on this? Oh, he's coming in.
It's really sad because what we see here is those lack of upgrades on the mutas. There's not even building armor, and he can't snipe off an orbital. I mean, with building armor, it's going to become even more difficult, of course. But I mean, these mutas have been the focus of Leenock's army, and he's really not invested in them when you look at those upgrades.
Yeah, I mean,
oh, what a ballsy base on a Major, by the way.
He needs to expand somewhere, right?
Right, towards it. Like this, actually, you know what? Normally, expanding towards your opponent's a bit of a dangerous move. This is fantastic because he wants to keep his army around the core part of his base. This becomes the core part of his base.
This allows him to put the aggression on as well and not take so much damage from the base trades that Leenock's trying to engage into.
Oh no!
Alright, we've got the Hive on the way now. I'm not sure where Leenock's... This might just be for Vipers along with his mutas because right now he's got 62 Mutalisks.
That's... Oh my god, that's...
So, the only thing that I can see coming out of this is Vipers to pick off Thors.
Consider he's lost 41 this game too. He's actually made 100 plus mutas this game.
Wow.
When do you ever see that?
Well, there's a lot of mutas going down at the bottom there. That was huge. 20 supply of mutas down the drain.
You know, we're just praising those numbers, but down to 53 in total. You know, a couple good point defense runs mixed with some Seeker Missiles could really change the course of
the Magic Box. Leenock's going for the Viking count here. But I don't think we can do this. So many going down. Look at the supply drop, Rifkin. The Thors are crushing these mutas.
This is just so unsighted. The thing is, I don't know if you guys caught that there were 2-point defense runs thrown down. Those ate the first 2 rounds of muta attacks. GG. And you know what? Those weren't even Manor Mules. Those were, I need to repair my freaking Thor so you don't kill them mules. I mean, that was... Major ties it up 2-2 with mech, no less.
God damn.
Maybe we won't be waking up at 5 a.m.
God damn. Yeah, Rifkin, what have you done here?
I got no regrets, though, for this series, man.
Yeah, it's
for these 4 games we've already cast, no regrets.